Okay, enough of that. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I just thought I'd sing for you because, as you guys know, I can't include the music that I want to add on this channel because it keeps coming up as copyright. So I gotta sing for you guys. So first things first, we've got nail prep, and I'm just taking my 240 grit sanding band and I'm just removing the shine from her nail. I'm working on my partner today. I'm not doing a full set. When I work on her, I only do like 1 or 2 fingers because she doesn't necessarily enjoy getting her nails done. So I try to do it as quick as I can. So I just work on 1 finger so that I'm not doing nails for too long on her. I was testing out these new tips that I've got and I don't like them. Sorry, let me rephrase that. I don't know what I'm doing with them yet. So I need to have a little bit of a practice with them because I have been working with pre-shaped coffin tips for the past 8 to 9 months. So I have not got much experience with other shaped tips because I only work on pre-shaped coffin tips. I don't do too much prep on my partner because she doesn't keep the nail on. I take it off immediately after I finish doing it. So there's no point me doing all of that prep of removing her dead skin by her cuticle and all of that stuff. So I just go in and I remove the shine and then I just put the tip straight on. Now I'm currently taking my 100 by 100 and grit file and I'm attempting to make a coffin shape. I definitely should have used my scissors and removed, I think I do that, but I take my scissors and remove the corners so that there's less for me to file. As I said, I have more experience working with pre-shaped tips, so I don't have much experience in shaping the tip myself. I'm not very good at it, which is why I do get pre-shaped tips because my shaping is terrible. So, but I mean, I got to practice it. I got to work on it. So, yeah. I did end up giving up on this nail and I went back to what I know, but I will come back to these tips. It's just for this video, I didn't want the nail to come out like not the way I wanted. So I decided to change this tip. You guys will see this later on in the video, but I decided to change this tip out and put on a different tip on her other finger because I just was not feeling the shape. All right, this is where I started getting fed up. Okay, and I just gave up, and I kind of just said, all right, I'm just gonna chop that one off, and I'm gonna start again over here on this ring finger. And I just got out my other coffin tips that I was talking to you guys about earlier, that are my go-to tips. um and I just put that onto her now, because I've worked with these tips before on her now, and I know they look good on her. So I just thought, let me use these tips. um and I didn't make sure that it went to the sidewall properly. So yeah, guys, just when you're practicing, just try and like make sure that you're going from sidewall to sidewall, because I didn't check that, and I kind of just looked straight on at her nail, and I didn't like tilt my head to look either side of the nail to make sure that I got that other side of her sidewall. So just a little tip, guys, make sure that you're tilting that head so that you can't look either side of the nail, you know you know. Okay, now that that nail is all shaped and buffed, we are now getting into the polygel application. And if anyone watches my videos, you're a real G. And if you're watching my videos, you will know that I like to work with my polygel like it's acrylic. I think that this is the best way to work with it as a beginner. It kind of just helps you. I've said this previously in my videos, but it helps you to kind of realize where your apex placement needs to be, how much product needs to be added to the nail, the thickness of the nail, and all of that good stuff. So this is why I apply my product like this. You don't have to do it like this. You can go ahead and just do the one bead method with polygel, but as I said, I'm working to get to that point, so that I can understand how to do my nails in one bead and understand where the placement of the apex needs to be. So this is why I'm first starting with this method before I advance to the one bead method. So the first thing that I did, as you guys could see, is I just took that bead and I just dragged it down the nail. Like nothing too fancy. I didn't build an apex at this point. I literally just made sure that that bead was on the nail, because this bead that way I've just applied, this is our apex bead. This is the bead that creates the strength for your nail. The first bead is kind of your foundation. I see it as the bead that basically it starts the process of building the structure for your nail. So you don't have to necessarily worry about building an apex with your first bead, you know. I think just worry about getting the bead onto the nail, making sure it's nice and flat, and then use that second bead to build your apex. As you can see, I drag from the bottom of that bead. I don't drag from the top. Dragging from the top will completely flatten out that bead and you will not have an apex. So you want to make sure that you're dragging from the bottom of that bead so that your apex does not get lost. I'm also taking my brush and I am taking any product from the underside that gets under there. We can also remove that later with our drill, but just to kind of make that process a little bit quicker for us, I'm just removing as much as I can from now. Now I'm going in with that cuticle bead, and this is the bead that makes the nail come together. What I've also realized with this bead is you want to push it up close to the cuticle but not into. There's a huge difference between the two of those, and I only just recently figured out the difference between the two, and I'm still learning. I can definitely see a difference in my cuticle area now that I have stopped pushing it into the cuticle area and pushing it near to. You know what I mean? As I said, there is a huge difference. And when you start applying that difference to your application, you will definitely see it. You will definitely see that difference. I'm going to do a more detailed video on this because I don't think you guys can really see what I'm doing right now in this video. And I apologize for that because that's my fault of this bad angle. But I will definitely make sure that I get a video out for you guys, a more detailed video on how to get a flush cuticle, because I think I'm getting there, guys, and I wanna help you guys get there with me. Yes, let's get that flush cuticle together, y'all. Let's do it. Okay, so yeah, guys, that's literally all I did. I just dragged that bead down. Yeah, I just dragged it down. As you can see, the nail's looking a lot more opaque now than what it was before. It was looking a little bit transparent before, but now the color is really coming true. Yeah, come true color. Show damn. So yeah. So now I'm just going in with that final cure, and I am gonna get her to put her nail in my big lamp so that I can give it a full cure for 120 seconds with a proper UV lamp. And after I got her to put her hand in the lamp, I'm now going in with hand filing, and I take my 100 by 180 grit file to shape the nail. I use a ceramic drill bit to fix my cuticle area that I still ain't fixing, and then I use a 240 grit file to buff the nail once I have finished using my drill, which I actually think I forgot that step. So but yeah, you guys will see this in my video. And yeah, I think I'm just going to let you guys watch my filing routine, because I think sometimes it's better to learn when someone isn't talking in your ears. So I'm going to go and I'm going to let you guys watch this video, and I might come back in a little bit later. So I asked my girlfriend what design she wanted on her nails, and she told me she wanted this design. She wants this design, but not in these colors. So we're going to be changing the colors up for her because she weren't feeling them colors there. So I start off by doing one squiggly line like in the middle of the nail, and then I go and do another squiggly line underneath that squiggle. When doing this design, it's kind of key to kind of pay attention to I don't know how to explain it, to pay attention to like the positioning of where you're placing each line, so that they can have a equal amount of distance between each line. I hope I make sense. I hope that made it sense. And basically, I don't want one line to be like thicker than the other. Like I kind of want them to all have a similar consistency and have the same width in between each of the lines. I hope I'm making sense. But you guys will see what I mean when I kind of finish doing all the blue lines. You will see how they're evenly distributed and how they're all kind of evenly spaced out, if that makes sense, and how the lines are a similar thickness. I don't have like, you know, two really, really thick lines and one huge thin line. You know what I mean? Like, unless that's the design that you're going for, you know what I mean? I'm just gonna stop talking because I think I'm confusing you guys even more, and that's not what I'm here to do. So I'm gonna shush and I'm just gonna let you guys watch, okay? After I finish applying the top coat, I make sure to wipe the corners of the nail so that I don't lose that shape. If you miss this step, you will most likely have gel polish bulging at the corners of your nail, and this will take away your shape. This is how the nails are looking once I'm finished. I'm so impressed with how this nail turned out. I'm not impressed about that cuticle area though. It's looking a bit crusty, but do you know what? We're gonna work on it. We're gonna work on it. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope to see you in my next one. I hope you have a good day. Bye.